Big news this week. MinSwap has officially passed SundaeSwap as the #1 Cardano DEX in terms of total value locked, the most important metric for any DeFi platform. Have you not had a chance to use MinSwap yet? Let's take a look together. Welcome back to Woodland Pools. Today it's time for the weekly report, so let's do a quick stake pool update and we'll jump right in. First, we want to start off by saying a huge thank you and welcome to this week's newest delegators. We truly appreciate your support and we're really excited to go on this journey with you. Let's keep growing together. So the big news this week is that MinSwap has officially passed SundaeSwap in total TVL. We can see here that it has just passed it now by about 8 million. And a really important thing about total value locked and why this is such an important metric is if you think about it, the more liquidity that there is available on any one of these exchanges, the faster that you can get your swaps paired. And additionally, theoretically at least, the less volatility that you'll see between a pair because there's more of a mature market of people swapping back and forth. It's much easier to manipulate a much smaller market set than a larger one. So TVL is a huge thing here, and it's really, really exciting to see MinSwap moving up the ranks. So we haven't covered MinSwap before, so let's take a look at it together. If we come to minswap.org, they have a lot of information here, but if we take a quick glance at their roadmap to see where we're at right now, we can see that in Q1, we are now at the mainnet launch. They're gonna have a DAO coming out in Q2, but we are here right now today. If we continue down, a couple of things that have people excited. There was no private investment or VC funding, so a lot of people are really excited about that there's no one else behind it, it's just the team. All trading fees go to liquidity providers and min stakers, so that's another really cool thing. And then in terms of token distribution, we can see that their core team has only gotten 10% of the distribution, and 70% of the min tokens are going to go to yield farming. So a lot of things that have people excited from a decentralization standpoint and sort of a fair spreading out. So there's a lot more information here and additional documentation, but let's go straight to the app and take a look at the DEX itself. Okay, so first thing that we see, really beautiful UI, clearly the cat theme all over the place here, but really, really pretty. From a usability standpoint, it defaults to dark mode, which is nice. You can go to light mode if you want. That almost kind of hurts my eyes when we switch it, so we'll stay with dark mode. They do have here the ability to switch to different languages. This was actually, one thing that I will say for the MinSwap team. It would be nice to see this built out a little bit more because while it does have a bunch of different languages, if I switch to Spanish, for example, really the only thing that changes is the word for farming, but all the other descriptions and everything are all still in English. So that'd be nice to see this built out a little bit further, but it's cool that they even have that in mind to begin with, so that's pretty cool. Now we can see here we have the overview of the page. We can trade and swap between pairs. We have the ability to add liquidity to a pool, and we can also do some yield farming. The pool and yield farming stuff are some more advanced topics. Today we're going to take a look at how we can actually swap and trade. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to connect our wallet. We recommend that folks use CC Vault. If you have not connected your CC Vault wallet before, what you're going to want to do is come to CC Vault, go to your settings. dApps on Cardano require what's called collateral, which is some ADA that's set aside. So this collateral is held and used with your smart contracts. You won't be able to spend it while it's set, but you can always unset it and spend it later. This is sort of an insurance for the smart contract, but you're good to go there. So let's go ahead and set our collateral and we'll sign it with our spending password. Cool, so that's pending. I'm gonna let my collateral go ahead and set. And while that's happening, the other thing we need to do is here on account, let's go ahead and make this our dApp account. So I'm going to click on that. So this little green light here indicates that of all the wallets that we have here in CC Vault, this is the one that when we say connect CC Vault, this will be the wallet that will be used. And if you're doing all of this just now for the first time, make sure that your collateral transaction has made it on chain and it's not pending before you move forward. Once your collateral is set and you've set this wallet as your dApp wallet, then we can continue together. Okay, so our collateral is set and on chain. So let's go back to MinSwap. Let's go to connect wallet. We're going to select CC Vault. All right, we're going to pop up here. If you're on multiple monitors, make sure you check all of your screens. Let's click Connect to Site. Oh, cool. This is neat. So since MinSwap is enabled with the adaHandle standard, we see that the wallet that connected is our Woodland Pools adaHandle wallet. That's a neat little Easter egg that I didn't expect. That's actually really cool. Okay, so here we are. Let's take a look at doing the most basic thing in DeFi. Let's do a swap. So there's a couple ways we can do this. You can either go to trade, and then you can manually set the things that you want to swap. Or here on the overview, we can just come and select from one of these pairs here. We can see here the price. This is the relative price in ADA to go from ADA to that token. So we see here, for example, Min is 0.31 ADA, World Mobile Token is 0.8. The total value locked, the total amount of ADA that is locked in the liquidity pool for this pair, the volume that has been traded over the past 24 hours, the volume over the past 7 days, and then this queuing here is similar to what we've seen on SundaeSwap, where it shows you the queue of how many transactions are pending that have yet to go through for swaps on this pair. So we're big fans of World Mobile. We're really excited for the World Mobile mainnet launch and launching our own Earth node on World Mobile. So we're gonna go ahead and do a swap of ADA to get some more World Mobile tokens. So let's click on swap. So we see, like I mentioned, it took us over to the trade tab and automatically filled for us to go from ADA to World Mobile tokens. So this wallet has about 250 ADA in it. Let's say we want to get another 100 World Mobile tokens, and you can do this either way. You can either put the total ADA that you want to spend, or you can put the total World Mobile tokens that you want to get. So let's say we want to get 100 World Mobile tokens. It'll cost us just over 80 ADA. We can see here that what's called the slippage tolerance, right? This is how much we are willing to let the price slip from the exact swap rate that we are suggesting. And what we can see is that since we're saying we want 100 World Mobile tokens, and currently it's at 80.78 ADA, with a 0.5 slippage tolerance, we're saying we're willing to let the price slip by 0.5% so that the most we're willing to pay is 81.19 ADA, even though right now the price is this. We're willing to tolerate that it might go up to about this price to get our 100 World Mobile tokens. If we want to change the slippage tolerance, we can come here to these settings here, and you can change it here to be as strict or as loose as you would like. We're going to leave it at the default of 0.5%. You can also turn on this audio, which is kind of like a little fun thing that like gives you some feedback as your order is going through. So we'll turn that on. You can turn it off if it annoys you. And let's go ahead and do that. We see the fee that's provided to the liquidity providers for those that decided to pool, the fee for the batcher, the deposit, which we do get back once the UTXO goes through, and then we're going from ADA to World Mobile tokens. Okay, so let's go ahead and click swap. Once again, a confirmation of all those details that we were just looking at. We will at most pay 81.19 ADA to get our 100 World Mobile tokens. So let's confirm the swap. All right, we once again get a pop-up here in the other window, so let me bring that over. We need to enter our spending password, and we will sign. Awesome. Transaction submitted. We can go ahead and view in our orders. And it does take a minute to show up, but if you come to orders, you'll see it'll first be in queuing, and then it'll go through as complete when it's done. If you click on details, you can see on Cardano scan the full transaction. And if you also come here to the overview of your wallet, you can see now we have our new 100 World Mobile tokens. So a couple of other things to point out. If you do want to participate and provide liquidity and be a liquidity provider, you can go to add liquidity. If you have both sides of the liquidity pairs that you want to provide for, you pick the first and then the second. Similarly to what we did with swapping, you can come to the pool that you want to provide liquidity for, and you can click on add liquidity, and it'll automatically set both pairs for you. And additionally, a really cool thing to have here on MinSwap that I've not seen on any other DEX so far for Cardano is what they call here zapping. So let's say, for example, you wanted to provide liquidity for the ADA World Mobile token pair, but you didn't yet have any World Mobile tokens. You can come and just click on zap instead and say what's the other half that you want to provide to. We'll say, okay, World Mobile, I want to go from ADA to World Mobile tokens. And let's say you've only got ADA. And what the zap will do, it'll take your 100 ADA, it'll split it in half to do 50 ADA, and the equivalent of 50 ADA's worth of World Mobile tokens. It'll then take those and put them straight into the pool for you and do all of that in one transaction, so you don't have to do multiple steps. So that's pretty cool and makes it really, really straightforward. And a really important thing to keep in mind if you're going to be doing liquidity pairing or if you're doing yield farming is the importance that you understand about impermanent loss. There's a lot of good videos out there on providing liquidity, yield farming, and the risks of impermanent loss. We're not going to cover it here in this video. If there's enough interest, then we'll maybe make some follow-up videos on how to do some of these things and how to calculate some of these risks. Let us know if you're interested in seeing those. But yeah, really, really excited to see MinSwap up and running. A great looking site. Let us know what you think. And if nothing else, we'll see you next week.